What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to show you my own home. It's actually the property that I first bought on auction in Italy in 2014, and we've been living rent-free, mortgage-free for the last 6 years. So stick around and check it out. We're going to start the tour from the external perspective. The white house ahead of you is my house, and it's not in perfect condition, but it's been a very comfortable living situation for us for the last 6 years. Now, you can see we do need to adjust the roof tiles. We're actually going to be doing a large remodel of our facade and our roof coming very soon. I'm showing you the garden because we actually helped build this garden during the recent pandemic. It was all grass, and we helped install all of this stones and all of these paths. We've been sharing food with them all summer long. They're a good family. This is my garden. We have a clothesline here. These are my grapes. They're pretty small at this point. This is a few weeks ago. They're bigger now. And we do also have blackberries. Now, that's enough of the plants. We're going to get moving inside the house. The very first thing you'll see is a bit of the terrace. This portion is ours. Moving inside, you'll notice that the kitchen is all white. It's my wife's favorite color, at least you'd think so. This is an Ikea kitchen, which is actually a common thing to install in your homes. It could be from Monoconvenienza or Ikea. This is the second one we've had, and the kitchen is where we've pretty much focused most of our energy. We've installed floor heating, we've installed new tile and new backsplashes. We're going to move into the living room now. You'll see a few missing photos, and you actually can see the kids right here playing. The neighbor's kid comes over pretty much every day and plays with my kids. Taking a glance upstairs gives you an idea of what the property's style was back in the day. You can see the browns, and that's actually a pretty traditional look from the last 20 years. You can see that we use a lot of whites and grays and keep things pretty much neutral. But this brown, it does tend to conflict a little bit. Upstairs is an entirely different house than downstairs. Now, it doesn't always look like this. I had to record over it because my kids were screaming most of the time, and that's how it is each and every day. Okay, we're going to move outside at this point. This is my garage and my office that I work in above it. And my property, you can see, needs a bit of work, but we'll be doing that renovation coming up this year. You ever worry about your kids sometimes? No, I'm just kidding. I put that there, but they did build the cave. We're going to take a tour through the neighborhood quickly. The properties to my right are not vacant. There are people living there, except for the last one on the edge. I'm going to talk about some properties just because they're kind of interesting. This is a property that had 1/3 of it on auction for a period of time. I don't know what happened to it, but it's still empty. This property is empty as well. It was on talking to the current owner. He was talking about letting it go for about 70,000 euros, and it's a lot bigger than my property, actually. Here's the church, and there's actually quite a bit of vacant property there next to it. But this property right here is the most unique because it has a big plot of land around it. I happen to know it's owned by some Italian billionaires. I'd really like to take a tour of the property, but I haven't yet done so, even after 6 years. We're going to move back up to the property and get, this is my villetta schiera, my little villa. Moving upstairs, you can see my daughter. She looked crazy when she was a baby. That was her at the beach. And we're going to see, this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. The second bathroom I didn't show you is next to the kitchen. That door right there is the main bathroom. And on the opposite side of the house are the 2 bedrooms. I don't really like this space because the location of the stairs, if the stairs had been placed in another location, we could have utilized this entire corner and made it like perhaps a 3-bedroom property. I'm going to tell you a little bit about black mold. You can see that here in my house, and it's actually a very small amount. I know in America we say black mold, burn the house down. What happens is the water droplets start to form on the coldest portion of the wall, and so this little corner is where the heat doesn't reach in the wintertime. It'd be nice if we had a bit more property, but we're comfortable and we have a pretty decent view from our window here. The next room you're going to see is my kids' room. Well, first there's this corridor, which is another kind of loss of space that we just have a closet and kind of store some things every once in a while here. And my kids, they don't sleep in the same bed. One of them sleeps in our room and two of them share this room. There's actually a pull-out bed underneath this Ikea product. Ikea does not sponsor my video, but you would think so judging by our furniture. This is our garage from above. You can see the roof. Actually, if you haven't seen that video, we had our roof redone this past winter, and this is the result. They took the asbestos product off and put a panel material, and then they put those clay tiles over top. So we're going to move on into my bedroom. Yes, I'll show you my bedroom. First, we actually have a walk-in closet before the bedroom, so it's kind of weird, honestly. This is our bedroom. My wife painted that painting. It's me, her, and our first child. And we have, like I said, we have radiant heat in every single room, which is pretty typical in Italy. It probably feels a little bit like a dorm room, whereas we don't actually decorate a lot of the walls. We keep it pretty basic. This is our bathroom. It needs a remodel. This old tile, it's unique, but it's pretty old. The only thing that we've really done was purchase new sink, toilet, and bidet, and painted our bathtub white to match. All right, you guys, so you saw the property. It's not perfect. We are comfortable. We have 3 kids, and so we're looking at moving into something a little bit more spacious. I mean, as an American, we're used to big properties. Here in Italy, our property is decent sized, actually. They sell things about half the size pretty commonly. All right, so a few takeaways from this video. Now, it's not the most high quality, high def video for sure, but now you get a sense of my life, how I've been able to save up some money and kind of delay gratification in order to invest in real estate here in Italy. We paid cash 38,000 euros and we threw in another 12,000 on the kitchen and various other remodels throughout the property, and are sitting at about 50,000 euros cash in our property. Now, the property next door to us was just sold about 85,000 euros. Their property is has more of a fresh look, but our property has a solid foundation. They have wood beams. We have cement and mortar that was redone back in the 90s, and it puts our property in a kind of an upper class, I guess you would say. We have some pretty unique woodwork. We have a garage that has an extra room above it. So the property itself being around, let's say 80,000 euros, puts me at about 30,000 euros of equity so far in the property. Now, we are intending to do a remodel this year, and we've been putting it off, putting cash into other investments up until now. But this year is the year we're actually going to get it done. By the way, subscribe to this channel because we're going to be remodeling the roof as well as the facade. Good news is, if you subscribe, you'll be the first to know about the video that I share about basically a tax incentive here in Italy for residents, and there are even some possibilities for foreign investors to take advantage of some major economic bonuses regarding taxation, assuming that you have an income source in Italy. All right, so definitely come back and check that out when it's ready. And if you have any, go ahead and comment. I don't pick on my house. I mean, seriously, it's my house. It's not perfect. I told you that already. Thank you again for watching, and share it with your friends.